seen before. Let's see the style.
Here we go. Here we go. It's time to shut the lights.
And welcome everybody to the amazing AI Edge, from chaos to clarity in the amazing Hello Plaza. In today's amazing room, we're talking about AI without the nerd stuff, what it actually is. We're not going to give you the jibber jabber, this, that, and the other, but really we're just going to get down to the basics. And today we wanted to have a candid conversation, and we played, that a beginning video of the Grinch versus, the actual, Santa Claus, because it's good versus bad. And neither one of them are right or wrong. And it's really about understanding how, AI isn't bad, AI isn't good, but really just understand them, and they kind of work hand in hand. And it's the fear factor at the end of the day. And we share this because we have to understand it's, breaking something, that we really are afraid of. It's not looking stupid, and talking about AI and, picking the right tool. So I think other than us being, is it AI? I think that's more so the three things that go through entrepreneurs' minds when they think about AI. And that's really what we want to address first, is addressing the fear. When we talk about this, we talk about, fear being focused, energy, arranged to react. But here at the Hello LLC, we say, focus, energy, arranged to react. Did I just say that twice?
Yep, you did.
I did. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
That's not what you
That's not what
they say.
They say, right? Fear, they said, what is it? False evidence appearing real. That's what it is.
You've said it so long.
I said it so long. They said, false. I'm not going to say it again.
False evidence
appearing real.
Mm-hmm.
And what we share with you guys is focus, energy, arranged to react. And so this is really where we want to set the record straight.
And what does that mean?
And what are you focused on, right? How is it arranged? And, and where's your energy at, should I say? How is it arranged? And then how are you reacting?
Yeah.
And a lot of us are, reacting in life in the wrong way, other than responding to it. And that's where we really want to have this conversation. And so, as you also heard, my other half is with us today, as always. And so, Love, what would be your first initial thoughts on that concept when we do talk about, the basics of AI?
Yeah, well, just to piggyback onto your fear, acronym, is the focused energy. Is we as humans that's what we do. We react, right? And that is the energy we use to react. And so that is what happens when AI hits the scene. Is we have an opinion about everything, guys. I was just watching I was just watching a live today of individuals sharing their opinion. And, did I agree with opinion? No. Did it matter? Nope. Don't care. Didn't need to share my opinion. Observe their opinion, because I think a lot of times what happens is we like to hear other people share opinions that match ours, are in the same energy, but we are not big on listening to those share opposing opinions, because it challenges, and then that energy gets arranged to react, right? And it's not always fear, it's anger too. And so we have to understand that, first of all, AI is new. Nobody knows where we're going, really. Nobody knows what 20 years is going to look like down the pipeline. Nobody knew what 20 years was going to look like down the pipeline when we got to the year 2000, Y2K. And in 2020, we had a major event that happened, right? So nobody could have predicted that one. Yeah, I know there's people's in conversations, and I will sit down and have this conversation with you all day offline that, yeah, this might have been, planned, as they say, air quotes. But that's not the topic today. The topic here is about AI and having that conversation with you where you guys don't feel like it's so, I can't do this. I need to not even attempt it. And we were just having this conversation a few days ago with one of our colleagues and clients that was right around the same exact topic. It is, 70, 80% of people don't know AI outside of ChatGPT. They just know ChatGPT. And so why not assist people, because she's in that arena, why not assist people within that field? And so it's teaching, it's showing, it's introducing, it's kind of like, for instance, as you guys know, we're here in Thailand, and I have befriended a few of the ladies here at the condo we live in. And one of them is the young lady that sells fruits and smoothies and coffees downstairs. She speaks English, and she's Thai. She speaks fluent English. And so, of course, I'm like, yeah, I can talk to somebody. So, because I don't know Thai, and I don't want to have to use my Google Translate all the time. So we will chit chat. And she's always given me different treats to try, whether it's jerky that they make over here, whether today it was dry seaweed that was like, think of Flamin' Hot Cheetos style seaweed, not with all the red on it, but it was spicy like that. It was delicious. But she's constantly, giving me things to try. Guys, I wouldn't try those things if she didn't give them to me to try. I can dang well guarantee you that if I would have saw those seaweed things, actually I did. She sells them. And so she had a whole package there. And I was sitting there while I was waiting on something else while she was making smoothies, and we were talking, and she was helping another customer. And I was sitting there looking at those bags going, I wouldn't buy those by myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know there's seaweed. Seaweed's fine. It doesn't bother me. But at the end of the day, I just wouldn't be like, ooh, dried mangoes, I'm going to get those, And so that's the point. AI is like visiting another country that you wouldn't eat the food. And until someone shares it with you, shows it to you, lets you take a taste of their food, and you can say, nope, I never want to eat that again, or, oh my gosh, that's great. Where can I get more of that? And that is literally what it is with AI or any technology, anything you're learning. We wouldn't try things as humans unless somebody else tried it and showed it to us. So there you go. Me always putting things back into analogy with food. That's my love language.
Well, it's a lot of people's love language. So let's not get that. And, I think one of the things that we have to understand is that AI is nothing but a software that reads, that writes, that listens, that sorts, that decides, and does images. And, if all of these larger corporations such as Disney and Netflix, and now your movies are about to be nothing other than, AI generation, where some of your old actors and old people that, are no longer here are going to be restarring in movies because of AI. This is going to
imagine Westerns,
into a whole new level. And so this is really where we have to grasp the concept. And so, we've been talking about, a lot of these things from the very beginning, but I saw this amazing, clip that I want to share with you guys. And I've been saying it, Tara's been saying it, so many people have been saying it, but we figured somebody else could say it a little bit better than us.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Hey, stop your scroll. I want you to understand something. You are your algorithm. And I've been sharing this for quite some time, but you're going to listen to somebody else like Gary V share with you in a more harsher way. I like to say it, but you won't listen to me. But listen to Gary V.
If you think China or Zucks or the left or the right or somebody else is feeding you, you're a fucking idiot. The algorithm is you. Let me teach you in one day how I can prove that to you. I'm going to ask you to leave this talk, go into Instagram or TikTok and go to the search function. I want you to search rainbows and hit enter. When rainbows show up, I'd like you to like 3 of them. I'd like you to go back to search. I'd like you to search puppies. I'm being dead serious right now. I need you to like 3 or 4 of the puppy posts, and I'd like you to comment on one of the puppy posts. I want you to then go back to search. I would like you to type in Gary B-E-E. I would like you to like and comment on a couple of them. And 6 to 7 other random things. I would like you to then close your app. I would like you to DM me tomorrow of what your feed looks like in the morning.
So I want you to understand something. Your feed is all on you. So the energy and the vibration that you share and you like is what you get back. So make sure you're liking it. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right energy and the right information that you want to be around. You know the drill. Love, kindness, integrity. Don't be a fucking idiot.
Boom. So, as we share this goes all as one that we continue to share with you guys. Is that, utilizing this AI, utilizing social media, especially right now, not knowing how to use social media, you can utilize ChatGPT, you can utilize Claude, you can utilize, DeepSeek, you can utilize whatever, Gemini, whatever one fits best for you, that you can now no longer have these excuses of the algorithm this, I don't know that, I don't know this. And it's really up to you. Because so often we're fed to society. Well, Facebook and Meta is doing this, and this country's doing that, and we're doing this, and all of those things really are false. Stop listening to your drunk uncle that watched American Idol last year, and stop listening to your daddy that doesn't know his ass from his elbow and trying to tell you how to run your business and do what you're doing in 2025. And so this is where we have to really be able to get out of our emotions, get out of the old way of thinking, and really be able to understand that we're no longer having to go to Google, say, what is this place? And then have Google go and pull up a whole bunch of links, and then us go and search each one of those links and hope it's the right information or it's updated, to now being to go to these learning language models that can go and do all of these things for you and determine if it's true or false or whatever, and give it to you in the way that you like it to be explained to you. So let's not make AI harder than it needs to be at the end of the day, right? And so that's what I'd have to share. And so
Don't
overcomplicate it. So what we going to next, love?
We're going to talk about what's in the news. Who wants to hear some news articles? Yeah. We're going to start off with our favorite, NVIDIA. They're always in the news. So last week we said, hey, they're going to start selling some chips to China. So that got approved. And now this week, they've released Nemotron 3 open models for the Agent AI. So basically, let me break down what this is. It is a family of open AI models designed specifically for building multi-agent AI systems, marking the chip maker's most significant push yet into the frontier of model development. So that's what it is. They are always coming up with something, as we know. AI reasoning models smashed the CFA exams. So this means that they have put up one of the reasoning models to take one of the exams that we all take as we test out of school. And apparently it did amazing. And what does amazing look like? Well, apparently a new study found that 6 leading AI models now pass 3 levels of the Chartered Financial Analysis certification exams. We don't take those to come out of school, by the way. So let me just get that straight and corrected. Those are the Chartered Financial Analysis certification exams. And now, with Gemini 3.0 Pro scored at, a 97.6 out of a 100 on level 1. So it did pretty good, apparently, across the board with a different multitude of AI open models, right? Designing is a move to the next department here. And sorry, I was, reading something that was not on my notes here or on my topics here. But Gemini has Google's SOTA agent for long-running context gathering and synthesis tasks. Easy for Tara to say. Synthesis. That's like me trying to say cinnamon. Yeah. I have to slow down when I get into the those. But anyways, Gemini Deep Research Agent is at play. So it's being upgraded. They are playing with it as they always do. This is, by the way, guys, the non-technical jargon that they have in this article, because when you read that, as we just have the topic of today is let's take the nerd out of it. And this, hey, we love nerds, by the way. I am a nerd. But the whole point being at the end of the day is it gets too complicated to understand what the hell we're listening to. Yeah. So, but last but not least, Merriam-Webster named SLOP, S-L-O-P, as its 2025 Word of the Year, defined as digital content of low quality that is produced usually in quantity by means of AI. So this is what they've done. Merriam-Webster, the dictionary, has taken the word SLOP, S-L-O-P, and they've added it, they made it the word of the year because it's defined as digital content of low quality, SLOP, that is produced usually to quantify by the means of AI. So it's the bottom of the bucket is what it is, guys. The U.S. Office of Personnel Management introduced TechForce, a push to recruitment of 1K early career AI and software workers into the federal government roles. So what does that mean? The United States federal government has realized we've got to hire some people that are going to basically implement, set up, and babysit AI in the government. And so that's what we got. We got AI babysitters showing up at the government. Hey, I get it. We definitely need AI babysitters because, like the conversation we always have, is AI going to be good and nefarious, or is it going to be nefarious in the future, bad or good? And the whole point of this is let's all be around the conversation. Let's make sure that it's good, that it's doing what it needs to do, and it's not, out here running amok and causing problems. So there you go. Manus released version 1.6 of its AI agent platform, which introduces mobile apps development and visual design editor alongside the performance improvements that it brought down with this upgrade. So there you go. If you're a Manus user, you will love that. Klarna, C-L-A-R-N-A, Klarna, launched an agent product protocol, an open standard that gives AI assistants access to over 1 million products across a different multitude of merchants. That is pretty cool. A12 released Almo, O-L-M-O, Almo 3.1, an upgraded version of its open source model family that the lab claims is the strongest fully open and reasoning model on the market. Let me repeat that. A12 has released Almo, O-L-M as in Mary, O, 3.1, and apparently it is the strongest fully open reasoning model on the market right now. So, with that said, guys, last but not least, Gemini turns headphones into translators. SpaceX preps monster 1.5 trillion IPO. 1X home humanoids get a factory job and design websites with, not design websites. They are not designing websites is what it says. It says the design website, virtual design editor, and other big tools are coming down the pipeline. And last but not least, the AI automation that makes things simple in life is what they are working on under the ALMO 3.1. So there you guys go. A lot of information in regards to what is going there. But on this 1X home humanoid robot, I want to dive in just a little bit about what that is. It's a market for the humanoids. It's cutting a deal with one of its own investors. The robotics startup has deployed 10K neo humanoids across a portfolio company of EQT. EQT, the Swedish investment giant whose ventured arm backs the 1X robot. Okay, what does that mean? They're putting them in factories, guys. That's what that means. They let's cut through the jargon, and they are absolutely putting them into the factory. Unitree debuts an app store for humanoids. Unitree. So humanoids are robots, guys. Humanoids are like human robots. They look like that. If you think of iRobot with Will Smith in it, that's a humanoid robot. So when I say humanoids, that's what I'm referring to. So Unitree has debuted an app store that's going to be for your robots. Can you imagine running your robot from your phone? It's coming. Google.
Can you imagine all the kids that are, instead of wanting PlayStations and the games, that they're going to be wanting
Google Dogs
or
robot
it's already
dogs.
being done right now. Hey, I want this robot instead of that. How many husbands are going to be buying these iRobots to do dishes and all the rest of this?
Yeah, so they can make sure they get a little more nookie and their wife is not tired. Hey, I'm all for it.
This is not the Getting Naked podcast.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, y'all. I didn't say nothing bad. We all know what happens. I'm tired. I had to cook. I had to clean. I had to do all this. And, you eliminate that and then say, okay, what's the excuse now? Right? But this isn't the Getting Naked podcast. Y'all should see David's face.
I could have said something. No,
yeah, you should.
Let's go back to the robots.
Medra, M as in Mary, EDRA, Medra, NABS. So they've taken $52 million for the drug discovery robots, meaning they have drug discovery robots now, y'all. So drug sniffing dogs, your job is in danger too, because now they have drug finding robots. I want to know how that works. Do they put sensors in them? Yeah. Are they going to put sensors in them to where you don't have to train, you just go, here's what this smells like, know, and off they go. Yeah. Well, they're probably going to have laser vision or x-ray vision so they can see through things immediately, all of that, right? But yeah, this is what they're talking about. They've $52 million to build physical AI scientists is what it says. A robotic work cell that is linked to large language models that plan, execute, and refine drug discovery experiments for partners like Genentech. So I don't know I think, guys, that's more like a prescription drugs. So before we run off on the drug dogs getting replaced, we're, over here, talking about prescription drugs. But with all that said, guys, iRobot, the U.S. company behind the Roomba vacuum, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
What?
Ceding ownership to the Chinese manufacturer Pisia Robotics.
Wow.
There you go.
So nobody's buying no robots anymore?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what that means. They've ceded ownership back into the Chinese manufacturer. So I don't know if that just means that, they look. When people say that when companies say they file a Chapter 11 bankruptcy, it's not always because they don't have money.
Yeah.
It is more probably about restructuring and getting out of some debts and contracts that they don't want to or can't fulfill, whatever that is. Yeah. So it's not always about what we know bankruptcy to be of people isn't buying. Nope, that's not always what it is.
Go check. Oh, you good?
Elon Musk, a couple more, I'm sorry. Elon Musk confirmed that Tesla is now testing full driverless robot taxis in Austin after a viral video showed an empty Model Y on the city streets. So look out, Austin. T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas has struck a multi-year deal with Zoox, Z-O-O-X robot taxis to shuffle fans to and from the venue via a dedicated pickup lane. So you can go be at a different parking spot and get into these little taxis. It's kind of like what they're doing in Vegas in the tunnel with Elon's Teslas. Live stream star iShowSpeed is now being sued by Social Robotics for punching and choking a humanoid, Rizbot on live stream back in September.
Yeah, he choked them out, and it caused malfunctions where the robot couldn't do some other events the next day, and so now they're suing iShow for that.
Hey, well,
keep your hands to yourself.
Don't be touching the robots either.
Touching the robot.
YouTube Insider AI discovered a humanoid initially refused to fire a BB gun due to safety protocols, then complied after a role-play style prompt bypassed the restrictions. So basically, at the end of the day, its safety mechanism said, no, that's not safe. I can't do that. It gave whoever gave it a bypass prompt, and it did it. So, okay, there we go. The makers of China military RoboWolf, the RoboWolf robot dog, has reportedly secured a $5.5 million order for a full-size humanoid. Next, University of Utah has built an AI co-pilot for prosthetics bionic hands that use fingertip sensors and neural networks to manage each finger's grip. And car share startup Zevo plans to buy up to 100 fully autonomous cars and add them to the EV sharing network. So they have an electric vehicle sharing network. And last but not least, Shenzhen is creating China's first robot-friendly urban zone with rules and infrastructure to let service and humanoid robots operate daily city life. Shenzhen, I know I'm saying that wrong, is the cyberpunk city. People in China, it's a city in China that people refer to as the cyberpunk city because everything is neon. You have subways that are going through buildings. You could say you're on the bottom level and then look over and realize you're 20 floors up. It is just a very unique city that is not built the same. It's very neon. It's very punk, cyberpunk style, and it is a very cool city to check out. I hope it is on our bucket list to go see one day, now that we're over in the Southeast Asian world. But they're building an area for robots to live and operate daily. Guys, that's what happens. It starts there, starts small, people go check it out, and then they go, oh, we could adopt this over here. Oh, we could do this here. And I was listening to a podcast today that talked about that, where we what happens is that it just slowly shows up. You see it across the world on TV, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, hey, Austin's doing something like that. They're not right now, but I'm just using them as an example. They probably are, but it's an example. And then all of a sudden you see, oh, hey, Australia's doing that. And you just see these little pop-ups, and that's what it is. And then all of a sudden you go into your hometown, in little Podunk, Idaho, and we got a robot community there too.
Prime example would be, the scooters that were, in some downtowns, and now they're dominant in most downtowns.
Yeah.
A lot example. Of, the arcades, that showed up in one part of the towns, and now, they're everywhere else. And so this just goes to show us, the energy and the vibration of where we're going. And so, as we move forward, we want to showcase, a little bit more about this holiday seasons and give you something to think about. You ready? I think you're ready. Here we go.
You have a friend, you have a family member, you got a brother, you got a sister, you got a cousin, you got a nephew, you got somebody in your family that is starting a business. You can go to thehellowllc.io and you can get them a gift card. And instead of you buying them a bottle of alcohol, that old worn out gift card from CVS or Walgreens or that movie ticket, I encourage you to help them with their business. Are you supporting their business? Are you sharing their post? Are you actually liking their post? Or are you talking about how you support their business and you're really not supporting their business? Well, guess what? It's holiday season. And this is a great way that you can support your family member's business by helping them with their business. Instead of you scrolling by, instead of you walking by them on Thanksgiving saying, hey, I see your little business, and you ain't liked, you ain't shared, you ain't even supported their business. Well, now's the time you can support their business. But what you can do is you can actually buy them a gift card to help them with their marketing, help them with their social media, help them with their branding, help them understand how they can build their business for in the future and not in 1991. Because I'm here to share with you that it is time to make a pivot, and it's definitely time to support people. And we got to get out of the old mentality of you do you, I'ma do me. Why are you not getting the concept that this AI puts everyone in collaboration together? We're collaborating and utilizing this data points from all around the world to make us better. But us as human beings, we think that we can do it on our own, or we rely on pride, or we relied on stubbornness, or we relied on ego. And I'm here to share with you, family is about collaboration. And if you talk about collaboration, you better be doing collaboration. And instead of you buying that drink, instead of you buying that food, give them the gift of joy. Give them the gift of being able to help them pivot their business and move them forward. That can help them make more money to give that gift back to you. And so that's why I share with you guys all to go and take a look at our amazing gift card that we have with the Hello LLC. Right now, with Phil and Frosty, you can get 20% off of our gift card. So $50, $100, hell, $1,000. It don't matter. And you can say, hey, brother, hey, son, hey, I know I don't know the name of your business, but I want to be able to help you succeed your dreams, because you're not out here doing what other people are doing. You're out here actually building and creating and doing something with your life. So I want to help you and start this for you from the Hello LLC. They can show you, they can teach you, or they can do it for you. You get to choose. Just saying.